Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to look at a tricky but super important topic in Italian grammar, which is verbs that can use both auxiliaries. So they can use essere and avere in the passato prossimo. Now you know that most verbs only take one or the other, but there are some special ones, and depending on the meaning, they might be able to accept both. Stay tuned until the end because I'll give you a short exercise that you can use to practice immediately. Please kindly subscribe to my channel. It's free for you and it helps me to keep up these free materials. Now, you're going to look at a very long list of some of the most common verbs that have this, like aumentare, cambiare, cominciare, terminare, suonare. I'm not going to read all of them out for you. There's a beautiful free PDF that you probably have already in your inbox if you're subscribed to my free newsletter. And if you don't have it, just click on the link below this video and you're downloading it for free. So now don't worry if this is a very long list, okay? Because I think that the most important thing is understanding why a verb needs essere or avere or both. If the verb is intransitive, meaning it does not take a direct object, it will use essere. If the verb is transitive, meaning it takes a direct object, it will use avere. Let me explain it to you in other words. If the subject does an action that affects something or someone else, use avere. If the subject does an action that does not affect anything else, use essere. Let's focus on some verbs and some examples. Let's look at the verb cambiare, to change. If I say la situazione è cambiata rapidamente, I'm saying the situation has changed quickly. I don't have a direct object, I'm using essere. Gli studenti hanno cambiato la situazione con le loro proteste. The students changed the situation with their protests. I have a direct object, which is la situazione, so I can use avere. Let's look at a similar example with crescere, which means to grow or raise. Il bambino è cresciuto molto quest'anno. The child has grown a lot this year. I don't have a direct object, so I will use essere. But if I say I genitori hanno cresciuto i loro figli con amore, I'm saying the parents raised their children with love. I have a direct object, I loro figli, so I will use avere. So in this case, and also in the case above, the subject does an action that affects something or someone. So you have a direct object and you're going to use avere. The next verbs are two verbs that cause a lot of confusion. And they're similar verbs. It's salire, to go up, and scendere, to go down. These often confuse learners and Italians sometimes. Look at this sentence. Giovanni è sceso dalle scale. Giovanni came down from the stairs. Dalle scale has a preposition, so you know it's not a direct object. You will use essere. But if I say Gianni ha sceso le scale, I mean Gianni went down the stairs. Here, le scale is a direct object. You don't have a preposition and you can use avere. Same thing with salire. Okay, salire, scendere are used in the same way. Now, I want to show you some special cases, and the special cases happen when you use weather verbs. For weather verbs, you can use either essere or avere. And in this case, the meaning does not change. We're lucky here. Ieri è piovuto per qualche ora. Ieri ha piovuto per qualche ora. Both mean it rained for a few hours yesterday. Oggi è grandinato di continuo. Oggi ha grandinato di continuo. Both mean today it hailed continuously. Okay, so you're lucky in this case. You can use both. What happens with reflexive verbs? So when I have a reflexive verb in Italian, we always use the auxiliary essere in compound tenses like the passato prossimo. Why? Because in reflexive verbs, the action comes back to the subject. The subject does the action to himself, herself, themselves. So there is never a true external direct object, which is why essere is always required. For example, mi sono svegliata presto. I woke up early. Ci siamo divertiti molti alla festa. We had a lot of fun at the party. Maria si è pettinata davanti allo specchio. Maria combed her hair in front of the mirror. Now it's your turn to practice. I have created a little fill-in-the-blank exercise where you need to choose between essere or avere. These are the sentences that you will also find in the PDF that you can download for free by clicking on the link below this video. Obviously, the answers are in the free PDF. So take a moment, pause the video, write down what you think the correct answer is, and check it out by looking at the free PDF. This is it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next week. Un bacio. Ciao.